This is Fred Wall, the VisaCoach. Today's topic is, what is the timeline to get your K1 Fiance visa in 2018?
VisaCoach. Fast, easy, and personal.
I am Fred Wall, the VisaCoach, and I am known for the personal, one-on-one relationship that we share, you, me, and your partner, as we work together as a team to overcome the many challenges of immigration. Please don't risk your happiness. Don't go this course alone. Alone, it's far too easy to make mistakes that cause tears, delays, and expensive denials. Well, pick up the phone and speak with me directly so that, you and I can get to know each other. This is the free introductory consultation I talk about later. If we are compatible, that'll be the beginning of our beautiful relationship, to get you the immigration approvals that you need. Now, this is what two of my clients, Jason and Agatha, had to say. Agatha comes from Brazil, and I helped her get her fiancé visa. Sorry, but this was a pretty long one, so I've parsed it down a bit. The full text is available at our testimonials pages at visacoach.com. Words cannot describe how grateful I am to have found the VisaCoach. I had many questions throughout the process, and whenever I contacted the VisaCoach office via email or phone, someone always responded either immediately or within a few minutes. The VisaCoach and his staff are incredibly friendly and very helpful. During the process, the VisaCoach made us our own website to keep our documents organized. This was very helpful. He could post comments to the documents instructing us on what needed to be completed. He would also compose documents for us. Hiring the VisaCoach was, without a doubt, a great investment. It relieved the pressure and stress of trying to capture all the documents required and knowing what comes next during the long and arduous K1 visa process. The VisaCoach also gave us confidence when approaching the interview. The interview was less than 5 minutes. My wife and I made it through the K1 visa process. We are now happily married, living in Southern Maryland. We plan to hire the VisaCoach for the next step towards citizenship, the green card. Thank you again, VisaCoach and staff. Jason and Agatha, you are most welcome. And by the way, we have started the process to apply for Agatha's green card, and I think it'll be applied for about within a week. Now, let's talk about what is the timeline to get a K1 Fiance visa in 2018. As of January 2018, the answer, sadly, is 7 to 9 months on average. It's 5 to 7 months at USCIS, a half month at NVC, and 1 to 2 months at the consulate. Now, I regularly get calls from people saying that, those numbers must be wrong because they found a website or person who promised a much shorter processing time. So what's the secret? The secret is they are either telling you what you want to hear so they can get your money, or are just referring to one step of a multi-step process, not combining and adding up all the steps from initial submission of your petition to the visa being embossed onto your fiancé's passport. So when I give time estimates, I always use what is relevant to the couple. And that's starting from the day USCIS receives a petition, ending on the day your foreign fiancé gets the visa. Now, two separate departments of the U.S. government are involved: USCIS, Homeland Security, and the Department of State. From mid-2017 through to 2018, Homeland Security recently is getting their job done relatively slowly. Currently, they are taking 5 to 7 months, and this compares to processing times of about 2 to 3 months just a year ago, which is well under their 5-month standard that they've set for themselves. Now, why is USCIS now taking 2 to 3 times as long as they did last year? I call this the Trump effect. President Trump, after taking office in January 2017, has mandated that USCIS vigorously enforce and administer immigration laws. take no shortcuts, and the goal is to restrict legal immigration while stopping illegal immigration. We have to get much tougher, much smarter, and less politically correct, Trump said. Now, what this means is that, well, they, Homeland Security, are very closely examining and scrutinizing all cases, looking for reasons to deny. In addition, cases that regularly had their interviews waived, well, now specifically, there is a presidential executive order that no interviews, regardless of the strength of their evidences, may be waived. The result is USCIS has more work to do, has more bases to touch in the processing of each case. And while President Trump has promised to hire more staff to handle the increased load, so far no new staff has been hired, but the workload has increased. This is the Trump effect. More work with same staff. The result is that USCIS processing times for fiancé visas have stretched to take at least 5 to 7 months. And I'm afraid it is possible that this may get even worse, depending upon how many new steps USCIS is asked to take, such as extreme vetting and social media data mining, which are new labor-intensive steps that have been proposed but not implemented quite yet. USCIS processing, by the way, includes a background check by the FBI. Now, in addition to the general slowdown due to the Trump effect, what also affects how long it takes for USCIS to approve your case is a function of how complete your petition is, how busy the processing center is, how current your FBI file is, and of course, luck. The most obvious source of added delay or avoidable delay is caused by incomplete and sloppy petitions. When USCIS finds a problem, processing grinds to a halt, and it is stopped until the problem is fixed. Sometimes the errors are so big that they don't bother asking for corrections and simply deny a case outright. Now, once USCIS finishes their part, the case is passed to the U.S. Department of State. The Department of State has a processing center in New Hampshire called the National Visa Center, or NVC. NVC basically assigns a new Department of State case number, then forwards the file on to the American consulate responsible to issue the visa. Once NVC has completed their actions, well, a few weeks later, the case file physically by FedEx arrives at the consulate assigned to process your fiancé. And within a few weeks, the consulate will probably contact your fiancé directly with instructions on booking the interview, attending the medical, and final document checklists. Some consulates are busier, more efficient, and or work faster than others. For example, in the Philippines, the process is pretty efficient and fast. Interviews usually can be booked by the fiancé about a month later. In Vietnam and China, though, it may take 2 to 3 months before the consulate advises that the interview may be scheduled. The approval-denial decision is made during the interview, and then in about 2 weeks, the passport with its new K1 Fiance visa is returned. Just as in medicine commercials on TV, your results may vary. Some of my clients get their visas faster, some slower. But if in 2018 you anticipate, well, 7 to 9 months average K1 Fiance visa processing time, you won't be too far off. Now, regardless of how fast or slow the process goes, do not book air tickets nor wedding chapels until the visa is actually in the hands of your fiancé and double-checked for correct spelling of her or his name. This was Fred Wall, the Visa Coach. Please like or add your comments to this video. Then go to VisaCoach.com and sign up for the VisaCoach monthly newsletter. Each month, it is full of tips and advice on marriage-based immigration, and it's free of charge. And when you sign up, you get 2 free ebooks that I have written, 120 K1 visa interview practice questions, and 5 things you must know before starting your visa. Now, finally, when you are ready to get started, call for your free introductory consultation and speak with me directly.
Before starting your immigration adventure, before entering an arcane maze of rules, regulations, and procedures, before committing yourself to a risky path that could mean an end to your happiness, Speak with the VisaCoach and ask for his free consultation. He listens to you to learn the red flags and strengths of your case, your eligibility and goals. He will suggest which visa is right for you, the best strategy to get it, and how soon your love can join you. The friendly advice and wisdom he'll freely share with you might make the difference between approval and denial, and could save you months or years of loneliness and separation. What have you got to lose? Book your free consultation today.